Hello everybody, it's me here with another episode of Fortnite Mares, and today we're gonna be taking a look at the new Galactic battle trailer that just released. And this is very exciting because now we know what the live event will be, which is something I've been wanting to know for a while now, so we'll be looking at that in more detail in just a moment. But first, let's quickly go over the general details of the update itself. This was released on all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch, etc. It came in at a size of just under 2 gigabytes, so not too bad. And we do have some brand new content along with some gameplay changes. We have a new weapon called the Heavy Sniper, a new item called the Stasis Shard, and some other small things. Now, I'm not going to go over everything in depth right now, but there are a couple things from this update that I want to mention before we get into the trailer. First is the Heavy Sniper. This is a very interesting weapon that I don't think many people really paid attention to when it was first released. It has a scope that you can zoom in and out of, and it also takes a bit longer to aim down sights because of this. The base damage is about 150, but with headshots it's around 300. And when you're zoomed all the way in, if you hit a headshot with this thing, you will get a quad kill almost every time. If you don't know what that means, basically, each bullet hits 4 targets instead of 1. The reload speed is incredibly slow though, like the slowest I've ever seen. And I believe it actually reloads faster when you're zoomed out, which is just wild. You can still reload while zoomed in, but it's insanely slow. And I haven't even mentioned the best part yet, which is that it only takes level 100 to unlock. So that means that if you are trying to get a certain skin or battle pass, you don't need to worry about getting this weapon. It's simply not worth it anyway. So yeah, not a big deal. Then we have the Stasis Shard, which is an item that freezes enemies. You can throw them, they bounce off walls, and they freeze anyone who touches them. Basically just another freeze option, although I guess it is a bit better than the current ones. Then we have the Shattered Bones and the Fractured Fragments, which are both back again. These were both leaked a while ago by leakers. And we also have some new emotes, a couple skins, some sprays, some wraps, gliders and pickaxes, and then there are a couple gameplay changes. One that most people seem to be talking about is that now your sprint and your fall damage no longer resets when you enter a vehicle. That means if you have infinite stamina from either a potion or the new slurp juice, then you will not lose any of that when you hop in a car. And then as far as the patch notes go, there's not much else to say. There's a few minor things, such as a couple vaulted items returning, but that's about it. And of course, none of these patch notes really tell us anything about the live event. So, let's talk about that. So, the title of the video is Fortnite Mares, Monsters Among Us. And then the description says, Unmask the monsters among us, as Fortnite Mares returns. Something wicked this way comes. Survive a new mode and earn monstrous new rewards. So as usual, we have the Fortnite Mares event coming up where we'll be able to earn some special rewards. There will be a separate video for that probably tomorrow or the next day, so stay tuned for that. But the main focus of this trailer is obviously the live event. As always, there are 2 parts to it. At the top, we have the live event that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October, and then at the bottom we have the live stream that starts at 6 p.m. I believe this live stream is where we'll get to see some sort of behind-the-scenes footage and stuff. We'll probably get to see some developers and maybe even some influencers. They'll probably play the game and react to it. And then at 8 p.m., that turns into the live event. So that's how it goes. The live stream is mostly for fun, and then the live event is for people who want to watch the actual game. Now, as far as the event itself goes, if you look closely, there are quite a few hints. First, it looks like all of the monsters from previous Fortnite Mares events are back. We have the Skull Trooper, the Fiend, the Reaper, the Siren, and a couple more. There are some new ones too, but those are the main ones. And then if you notice, All of the characters are inside of a circle. In the center of the circle is a big machine with the numbers 765 and then 1 on the side. This is probably counting down to the start of the event. And then the 2 characters on the outside are looking through some sort of rift portal thing. And if you look closely at the character on the left, it looks like he has a key card or something similar. And this whole scene is taking place above a giant keypad with what looks to be 6 buttons, possibly corresponding to the 6 characters on the circle. If you remember back to last year's live event, we had something similar where we needed to press certain buttons depending on which monster we wanted to spawn. And this might be a similar system, but we don't really know yet. There could be some sort of cutscene leading up to this, but it looks like this is what the live event will consist of, and this is all speculation, of course. I'm not 100% sure on any of this, but it's just what I've gathered from the trailer. Now, we also got a new gameplay clip, which showed off what appears to be a new area on the map. This is definitely a smaller area compared to what we currently have, and this is probably where the entire event will take place. Remember last year during the live event, we didn't move around the entire map. Instead, we were confined to a smaller area where all of the action took place. Well, this might be the same thing. And if you look closely at the background, it looks like there are some houses and buildings. It looks almost exactly like the new area that was recently leaked by leakers. So this might be the case, but we don't really know yet until the event happens. If you watched my previous video, you might remember that I made a joke about Mactus being sad because he wasn't in the new trailer. And well, that did not age very well. Mactus is a creature that is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version, so it was never going to appear in the trailer in the first place. But yeah, hopefully we do see him soon. Maybe we'll get a special event for the Switch like we did a couple seasons ago. But anyways, that's really about it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.